Hi Laszlo. So this isn't my trading machine. This is a spare PC that I had built. It's the same specs as my trading PC, but I run a simulation environment of TT on it to do lots of testing and things like that. So excuse me, I got squawk going in the background there. So I am gonna just make sure I got nothing working. Okay. So let's go through the algorithms that I've built for you. Like I said, I have a couple that I have that are templates, and I use them for everything. I probably have in total 200-300 algorithms built at the moment. And what I do is I have on my trade machine I have a file in in my programs, in my program file, and I have it just called ADL, and then I split them into different types of algorithms they are, split them into different products. For example, gold, I've probably got 20 different algorithms for gold. I got a couple that I run pretty much 24/7. Unfortunately, I woke up this morning and my gold and silver algorithm had lost me money overnight, so I'm starting from behind today, but it doesn't usually happen that way. So yeah, I build loads of templates, and I have a template file as well. So it was pretty. Although I said I built your algorithm from scratch, I just used one of my templates to go in and make the changes I need to make. So this this is the algorithm my buddy had. Now I'm going to show you it, and basically it's pretty complex, I thought. Give me a second, I've got to put my mic down. His was pretty complex, I thought, and I wanted something that you, as somebody new using ADL, could see and understand. So I'm not going to use that. This here is called virtualization. The reason you would use virtualization is if you had more than one instance of the same algorithm running in the same product. So it might be something you need to use later. It's something I definitely read up on in the ADL help, and I do use it in a lot of my algorithms. However, I'm hearing the jury's out on whether it's going to be in the new web-based TT that they're trying to encourage people to switch to. In fact, I will actually be switching to it in the new year, and one of the main reasons for that is I've been told by my contact, who I speak to a lot at TT, that there's a complete back testing built into ADL there, so I can go in and I can have a look, and some of my algorithms that are basically built for like a parabolic SAR breakout or a moving average cross, I can go and test them and go back and see how profitable they were under different scenarios. So that's probably the main reason I'm going to switch. So I'm going to close out that algorithm. This is the one I built for you. So what the first thing you're going to do when you go into ADL, you're going to click here, Algo SE, and you deploy. So basically, you can see I've got boatloads here, loads and loads of algorithms here. This, like I said, is my testing PC. So I go in, I click on the algorithm, I click the right thing, and here I can open it. So what it is the first thing you're going to do is this is the instrument. So every algorithm you build is going to stem from the instrument. Here it's giving you an error code, but the reason it's giving you an error code is I've gone down here, I've right clicked here, I've gone down to variable, and it's order instrument. That means that basically it's going to react from wherever you click in the ladders, and I'm going to show you in a minute where that keys over to in the ladders. Actually, I'll show you now. So we're doing it as we're doing it. So this is a Bund ladder, and basically this algorithm is called fast OCO. You see I've got my stop limit, my stop market, fast OCO, and stop. That one's actually stop entry, it's supposed to be. Probably if I could change the font size and that, it'd be great, or I'd just call it fast and stop or something. I'll figure something out, or you can figure something out. You can always change the name of the algo. Whatever you've named your algo is what's going to come up there. But in order to get that to come up, you go properties, and you go order types. No. sorry, buttons here. This section
Seems
here,
to comments from
MD
PBOC,
Trader buttons,
saying
and
PBOC will maintain
it goes under the
prices,
ones that are in Algo
or
SE,
maintain
but it
price
will only
stability.
here, it will only choose the algorithms in Algo SE that are set to order instrument. So, and then what I can do is, going back to that bund ladder, wherever you are, here we go, I can make it sticky.
Seems to blow,
So once I've clicked it,
Euro
what that
dollars,
does, I'm not sure how long you've been
10,000
using
sold,
TT, I've been
from
on it
42 and
forever.
40 down to 42.
But basically, once you've clicked it, it becomes a sticky. So once I clicked it, put my order in, it doesn't go off, it's still there until I change it. However, with the stop one, it goes off the moment I've set it. I've set it so the stop one, on my ladder, I've set it so
Okay,
the stop one
UK
is
Forex
only,
Secretary Boris Johnson
you have
saying
to press it
the
each time you want to
financial offer
activate it,
the
whereas
EU
the
is very
fast
good.
entry, it can do any time. So that's how you set them up on your ladder anyway. So it goes contract, order and instrument. That feeds through here to a shortcut, which is going straight to your order block. Last traded price, it doesn't really need in this instance. However, it's come off my template. Minimum price increment, so tick size it does need, and it goes through to that later. So the order quantity is going to be whatever your ladder is set to. If your ladder is set to a 10 lot, I go, actually let me show you. So I can go 10 lot here. I can go, okay, I'm on the fast. When I click it, okay, I'm going to go profit. Let's go, let's try and just take one tick out of it, 5 tick profit. Okay, and let's go. Okay, so I'm long 10 lots at 37. It's offering my profit at 38 with a stop at 32 and instantly doing my boots. Normal service. So quantity and price is going to come off whatever you set it as. Profit, that's what I spoke to you about. It's set as 100 because you want to be able to run it in a fast market, and stop set at 5. So then that feeds through over here. So over here we're going, okay, the contract is pulling straight from where we set up. It's pulling from that. The price is the one that's a minute ago is coming from here, which is order price. Okay, I actually made a tick on that 10 lot. Shit, why couldn't that be the real market? And the quantities, likewise. So
more from PBOC's Zoo,
sorry,
looking to
PBOC
actively
speaking.
develop bond markets and expand bond financing.
I tried copper, so just making sure copper's not moving because there's some algorithms running in there. Okay, so I've set it so the flag is green. What I've also set up here is flip side for sell orders. Okay, so basically all the instructions you give it and everything from here on in is gonna flip to the other side if it's a sell. It's all the instructions you're giving her if it's a buy, but it's gonna do the same if it's a sell. The reason I do that, if I don't do that, I have to set up a separate algorithm for the buy and the
Dell
sell.
Q3 headline revs coming
Okay.
at 19.9
All
billion.
separate instructions for it.
Nicely
It just
ahead of
makes it too
estimates of
complicated. This is a
18.98
nice,
billion.
easy,
Still
simple
waiting on the
algorithm.
EPS for Dell.
It doesn't need to be complicated.
Their
So-
third party gross margins coming.
Then what we
in
have to do here was we have to
26%,
use a value accumulator, a fill accumulator. The reason we use a fill accumulator here and not a value extractor, so the value extractor will basically, that
okay, so comments from
would
the
go in
German
there,
SPD
and the
with short
information
saying
would
don't
pull
want
in
to
there,
govern at
but we'd
any
only
price
pull and
and
remember
urges
the
SPD
last
members
number
not
that
to
came
take
in there.
any
So if
government
it's a
options
10 lot,
off the
if you're working
table.
a 10 lot and you get filled 5, 2, 2, 1, it's only remembering the last one lot. Okay? Works fine using the value extractor if your trade is in a 1 lot. The moment you go bigger than the 1 lot, use the fill accumulator. Okay? And I am using here a value extractor for my fill price because hopefully all my fills are at the same price. Okay,
More from
so
PBOC,
then that goes
looking
into
to achieve full
the
regulatory
virtualization block
coverage
I said
on
to you
financial
earlier. And you
activities in
use
China.
this because you want it working if you've got more than one instance of the same algorithm running in
And more from Dell,
the
they're
same
foreseeing
market.
net loss from continuing
I
ops comes in at
don't foresee
$941
an
million.
instance where, say, non-farms come out and you're
More from Schultz, he's saying he warns of
buying
a real
buying a
crisis in
euro
Germany should
and you've
deadlock
bought 5
continue.
lot and you're 20 ticks on side and you decide to buy some more. Okay, I didn't want it being a situation that one algorithm overrides another. So That's why we've got the virtualization in. So it's pulling the fill, and from the fill, it's taking the fill price, the contract we got traded in, and the number of fills we got, the fill accumulator. So it's got the amount, the price, the contract. From the contract, it's now pulling again the tick size. Okay, so it's instantly working for a sell, for sell orders now because we've bought it. So it's working an OCO for a buy. So it's working the sell limit and the sell stop. But once again, flip for sell. Okay. And the other thing is, auto read submit is on these ones. For some reason, I don't know why, but it works. So I'm keeping it with that. So then here, so the instrument goes into the instrument at the top. Entry price. Okay. Then we've got the profit, how many ticks we want to take, times the minimum price movement, so the tick size. So we want to make 5 on it, and it's translated it to go 5 ticks now. Actually, in this instance, we're working 100 ticks, aren't we? So it's going, okay, 100 ticks. So entry price plus 100 ticks. The other thing, you'll see a star here. Flip for sell orders. You have to do that again here. Okay? The reason being, if you've sold it and you're working a bid beneath, you don't want to be working to cover your short 100 ticks above your entry price. You want it to now be a minus. So that's crucial there. Absolutely crucial. So the quantity. So because it's an OCO, the easiest way on ADL to do an OCO is to have, coming from, this is the profit block, this is the stop block. The easiest way to do it is to go, okay, my profit block, any fills that come out of it, profit fills. My stop block, any fills that come out of it, stop fills. And then what you do is, for my quantity for the profit, we go the initial fills, so the fills on the long minus the fills on the stop is how many we're working. So say I bought 10, I haven't been stopped out on any, I'm working 10. Say the market goes up, I get my profit on 8 of them and I'm caught, I didn't get the last 2. Then the market tanks. Down here it's going to go fills 10 minus profit fills 8, working 2. That's why I set it up like that. So on the limit order, the profit, it's fills minus your stops. On the stop, it's fills minus your profits is your quantity. Instruments in again, then this is where we do the stop. So it's entry price is there. And it's tick price, tick size times the amount of your stop. In this instance it was 5 ticks. So it's 5 ticks, entry price minus 5 ticks, boom, is your stop. Star again, because if you are initially short and now you're long, you don't want to be, it'll basically bust your algorithm. Your algorithm will go into pause mode and it will give you an error message on your audit trail. Okay, to exit from the virtualization,
so
click this button here.
Broke the previous day's lows.
Okay.
Pretty much straight line.
One other thing you can do is you could go, okay, on my price, it won't do it. Let me do it here. No, doesn't matter. I had an idea, but it won't work. So, okay, so that is the algorithm as it is. If you want to make any changes, say you want to change the profit, the default profit. Okay, you do it here. If you want to widen the stop, you do it here. However, as you're trading it bit by bit, okay, if you ever want to change it, it's a sticky. So sticky there. So it's here at the side. You're going to get the arrows because it's a sticky, and you just go in, and before you trade, you go, okay, free tick profit. Okay, remember it's going to take the quantity that you're working on your dome, so it's going to try and buy a 2 lot at 38, free tick profit, 5 tick stop. Okay. So that is your fast OCO. The other thing is, as the market's moving, okay, if you want to change that, rather than delete and add a new one, okay, in your order book, where it says fast OCO, increase your price. Okay, increase your price again. One second, I'm just tidying it up and get rid of the other algos that were working. Okay, so with my profit, I was wondering there, the reason I clicked on the plus there was I wondered if there was any way to split it. So that, okay, we're long 2, can I make it so I go, okay, I'm selling one for a profit now and only working one. I presume to do that, I'd have to if I change this to a 1 lot, I'm just seeing if the algo worked anything. Okay, I forgot to take the sticky off. Okay, but I did a 1 lot. So if I did that, if I got out of part of it, I'd have to actually go in and physically change the legs. So I'm physically having to change the legs. Okay, out of everything. Done. Okay, sorry, I was just playing around, seeing if there was any way to do that. Right, so that's that one. So now you want your stop entry. So your stop entry is likewise. Okay, earlier I showed you how to open the algorithm by going in and doing deploy and doing that, and open ADL. Easier way, if you've already got deployed, right click, open ADL. Okay, this algorithm is completely the same apart from a couple of bits. Okay, the only bit that's different is at the start.
So I'm getting more from GE. As we know, they're looking to cut their global workforce by around about 12,000. We're now hearing that the UK restructuring could cost around about 1,100 jobs.
Okay, you can't change it when you've got the price.
10 Chinese banks are pushing back on central banks' new
pointing
asset
to an
management
arrow, so you remove
closed-door
edge.
meetings.
So you basically
banks say new
right
rules
click
will
on
have
it,
a big
remove
impact
edge
on
is what I've done
financial
there.
markets
Now I
could
can go in.
trigger systemic
So
risks.
what I've done
These
is on the
banks also
original
say
one I've
rules
gone
on
in,
breaking the
I've
implicit
gone
guarantee
and
could
clicked
trigger
stop trigger.
liquidity risk and increase market volatility. These rules could
Okay,
also reduce
I'm going to
bank
stop
support for the
market
real economy,
and I'm going to leave
increasing
it.
financing costs.
Okay, everything
And
else on
banks
this is set up
Chinese banks
exactly the
suggesting
same.
that extending
Okay, it's
transition
that easy.
period to 3 years.
You don't change something that's not broken. So I don't need to save that. Okay, okay, I will save it. Every time you make changes to something, you have to remember afterwards, if your algorithm's already launched, you have to remember to go in, highlight it, right click, update. Okay, so now we've got the Bund. Actually, let's do this in the DAX. DAX moves around quicker. Bear with me 1 second. DAX. So I click the stop one. I'm going to go 2 ticks. And let's go here. Okay, so market's moving up. So always away. So let's move the stop up. 10.5 is the entry to get in. Trade to 10.5. Come on. done a buy stop, I'd have been filled ages ago. So the stop was 10.5. It's a stop market, so it sold 10s. Okay, and immediately took profit. Okay, just checking. It's telling me something's running there, but it's not. The algorithm's finished. Okay, you're gonna have loads of these, so just kill them every time you're done. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else I need to go through with you. I'm just going to read back for a conversation and see what I said, if I said I'd do anything else. Okay, so I've shown you how to make any alterations. I've shown you how to launch it. I've shown you how to deploy it. I've shown you the coding behind it. Always keep an eye on your audit trail. Sometimes you'll get an error in there. When you're building an algorithm, always keep an eye down here. Okay, this is where you'll get your error messages. Okay, you got an error message here because we haven't preset a contract, but that's deliberate. We didn't want it, so that's fine. Let me show you one of my ones that I've got. Let's go. What should we do? What should we do? Let's go. One that's going to work. Okay. This algorithm basically works off charts. So basically this is using the 4,000 volume. So every candle on the chart represents 4,000 buns. Resets at the start of the day. It's still set in December actually. So it's I've not been using this one. I traded it for a while and I just stopped out like crazy lately. The reason I wanted to show you it is this part here down the bottom where it export values. Okay, you can right click export value and basically it will appear in one of these A, B, C or D, and you basically choose where you want it. So last traded price, boom, I want it as A. Okay, that's one thing that you can do that I find very helpful. I'll just talk you through this algorithm quickly actually. So it's taking the Bollinger Bands. So if you want anything on a chart, you left click on it, you go in, you put whatever you want on a chart. So there's Bollinger Bands, there's Parabolic SAR, there are RSIs, there's all sorts there, and you can go in and change them. So this instance does Bollinger Bands, 2.2 standard deviation. Updates on a tick, so it doesn't wait for the bar, it's updating in as the bar's trading. And basically it's taking the bottom volley, top volley, and the moving average. This here, don't worry about, that's nothing. And what I had this one set at is that basically it would, let's call up a chart and I'll show you what it would do. There's a bun chart. Okay, what this algorithm would try and do is basically when it touches the Bollinger Band, it would buy it. Okay, here, I mean it'd be long here. Actually, so this is today. So it would have bought the open, and then I had it set as numerous things. So the first First instance was it could take a profit with a stop, or it could use the opposite Bollinger Band to get out. So in this instance, it's bought it there, and it's not selling it until it touches the top Bollinger Band. Very nearly absolutely cleaned up there. So you'd be long at the open of 37, the low's 35 there, and it will trade it up to 60. If it had traded, what's that, 62 there, 61, 62, cleaned up. However, it didn't, and it sold off. What I'm able to do with this though is change that so that it could use the moving average as a profit target, and that would be pretty easy to do. All I would do is I'd copy this, I'd go into, on this one I've got instructions for buy and sell because it was a complicated algorithm, and all I'd do is go in here, and where it says opposite Bolly there, I change it for moving average. But this one, this algorithm, so basically I'll talk you through it. So this is an on-ball start. So it's when the algorithm starts up, it sends an instruction. Okay, the algorithm won't actually start until the last traded price is lower than the ask price. So that's pretty simple. I could set it so that the last traded price is below the moving average. It doesn't, and basically the algorithm wouldn't start until that happens. So that goes there. And then it goes, okay, Bund, the top Bollinger Band, it's trying to sell it. So the top Bollinger Band in the Bunds, and I've got a band improvement. So it's trying to sell one tick better. So it says 47.42 is the top Bolly. It's trying to sell 46 point whatever. It's just moved. So the top Bolly should be 48. It's trying to sell 47. So it goes Bund, price, quantity. So quantity is set over here, one lot. Okay, one lot. On off I don't need. Okay, fill accumulator. Okay, my stop, my profit, opposite Bollinger Band, or I could change it for moving average. Feeds through into the virtualization block, as does my improvement on getting out. So it's giving me the bottom Bollinger Band and my improvement. So where am I trying to get out? So I changed that to moving average as well if I wanted to. It goes into the virtualization, everything goes there. Okay, so this is my limit. Fills minus stop fills, like I said earlier, to do the OCO. Opposite Bolly. So this is an if then else. So if I've set it to use, there was a button that was red. If I clicked yes, it'd be green. So it's an if. If my instruction is to use the opposite Bolly, it uses this, or else it will just use my one tick profit that I've set. Okay, that one's very handy. Okay, and then there's my stop. So stop is contract fills minus profits equals my stop. Short price. Okay, so it's taking my short price. Sorry, it's taking my stop times my tick size, gives me my ticks for my stop. Okay, I'm short, so add that to my short price, gives me my stop. Fill accumulate goes in there. Then what this does is it goes, okay, so this is how I reset it. So I wanted this algorithm to loop, so it continued. I pressed the button at the start of the day, and it would just loop all day, just keep working all day. So to do that, I go stop fills plus profit fills equals the fills. So when that statement is true, it sends a pulse signal here. Okay, and it does two things here. First thing it does is goes, did I make a profit? Was I stopped out or did I make a profit? Profit, stop. That feeds through elsewhere, and then it exits. Where the profit and stop feed through elsewhere goes here. I've set all the way back here.
Saying that the core issues
maximum
that
stops.
are not going to be changing.
Okay, basically once the algorithm has been stopped out twice,
boom,
it turns itself off. This is the bit I was on about, the if then else. Okay, it's red meaning not true. If it was green, it means true. So basically that's what that was working. So that was in my virtualization block. Okay, So we had stop and the profit. What we then have is when the exit, it exited, and then the exit instruction is here. When it exits, boom. Once the last traded price, so it sold it. It's took its profit.
That the EU single market
Once
needs to be protected.
So in the instance of the one tick, this is only really relevant in the instance of one tick.
No hard border.
If not, it's already getting out and reversing on the other side from the opposite body trade. Okay. If the last traded price is equal to or less than the moving average, then send a message here. The message here goes, okay, that was it there. Last traded price is lower than or equal to the moving average. Boom. This was our message to start at the start of the day. This is our message to start again. However, ADL doesn't understand. If I put my quantity as a one lot and it said just resubmit another one lot, it'll go, no, we can't because we already got filled over here on a one lot. So what you have to do is you have to set up a value extractor. Okay, and you have to go quantity, so the reload amount. That's the important thing. Quantity now becomes reload amount. Reload amount plus my arse fills. And basically it's saying, okay, how many have we worked all day in this algorithm? It's not how many it's working now, how many have we worked all day? If I've set it at 2, I already got filled on 2, it's reset itself, now I'm doing another 2. The algorithm's thinking, okay, he's resubmitted for 2, we're working 4 because we already got filled on 2. That is the crucial part, and that is where I kept running into loads of problems. It's trying to think in a language that ADL understands. Once you've got that language, you are laughing. You will be able to do so much. Okay, I'm gonna cut it out there. I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. I'm gonna send you a link. I'll also need from yourself an email address to send you these algorithms. Okay, thanks a lot.